Let's continue the properties of gases. The fourth property, pressure. Gases exert pressure. The pressure of gas is due to the collision of gas molecules with the wall of the container. Greater the force of impact of gases on the wall of the container, greater will be the pressure. Number one. Number two, greater the number of molecules, greater will be the pressure. As we know that pressure is force per unit area. If the force per unit area increases, then we say that pressure is increases. Let's explain the first point. Suppose we have a gas in two different containers. Both gases are taken at same temperature, are at different temperature. The temperature of gas in container A is 25, while the temperature of the other gas is 50 degrees centigrade. The number of molecules in both containers are same. So when the number of molecules are same, then pressure of the gas depends upon temperature. If the temperature increases, the kinetic energy of the gas molecule increases, the force of impact on the wall of the container increases, and we say that pressure of the gas increases. In the second container, as the temperature is high, so the force of impact of molecule on the wall of the container is greater. That is why, as we know, that pressure is force per unit area, and as force of impact increase, therefore pressure also increases. Let's say that temperature is directly proportional to kinetic energy, which is in turn proportional to the greater force of impact, and it is directly proportional to pressure. So two different gases placed at different temperature having same number of molecules, then the pressure of gas whose temperature is greater will have greater pressure. Secondly, let's say there are two containers which are containing two gases placed at same temperature, but in the first container there are Avogadro's number of molecules, while in the second there are double the Avogadro's number of molecules. So greater the number of molecules, greater will be the number of collision, and hence greater will be pressure. So pressure of gas is affected by changing the temperature, and it is affected by changing the number of molecules. The unit of pressure. The SI unit of pressure is Newton meter square. It is Newton per meter square. The second unit of pressure is Pascal. In it is also expressed in kilopascal. At sea level, at 0 degrees centigrade, the atmospheric pressure is 760 mmHg, or it is 760 torrs. It is termed as atmospheric pressure. So the SI unit Newton per meter square, it is also measured in Pascal and kilopascal, or it is also measured in atmosphere. These are the interconversion factor. It should be kept in mind that 1 atmosphere is equal to 760 mmHg, and it is equal to 760 torrs. It is equal to 101.325 Pascal, and it is equal to 101.325 kilopascal. Suppose the atmosphere is given and we want to convert it into mmHg, then we have to compare these two units. If atmosphere is given and we have to calculate the pressure and torr, then we have to interconvert these two units. If mmHg is given and we have to calculate the Pascal, then we have to interconvert these two units. So by taking this equation, we can find out the pressure in any unit by comparing it. Let's take an example. Let's suppose we have a gas in a particular pressure in atmosphere and we want to convert it into mmHg. Let's suppose a gas having a pressure of 0.1 atm, then what will be its pressure in mmHg? In this case, we are going to convert mmHg. We have to convert the atmosphere into mmHg. So look at the question. We know that 1 atmosphere is equal to 760 torr. 1 atmosphere is equal to 760 torr. Then if we have 0.1 atm, then what will be the pressure in mmHg? So we have to cross multiply it. So x is equal to 760 multiply with 0.1 divided by 1. 760 mmHg multiply with 0.1 atm divided by 1 atm. atm will cancel. So if we multiply, then it is 76, and as these two units are cancelled out, so the unit comes to us will be unit in mmHg. Similarly, we can interconvert the pressure into any unit, but we have to keep this relationship in mind. The fourth property of gases, the compressibility. Gases are highly compressible because of large empty spaces. When pressure is applied, the spaces among molecules decreases, and we say the volume of the gas decreases, and hence the gases are compressed. As we discussed earlier, that there are large working spaces among the molecule of gases. So when pressure is applied, then these molecules come closer together because of the vacant spaces, and we say that gases are compressed. It means that the factor of compressibility lies in the intermolecular spaces. Gases are compressible because of the large vacant spaces. Solid are incompressible because they do not have any space among their particles. The sixth property is mobility. As gas molecules do not have intermolecular forces, they move in all possible direction, and because of the weak negligible intermolecular forces, they have to move everywhere. So we say that gases are mobile, they can move from one place to another place. The mobility of the gas is because of the weak intermolecular forces and the large vacant spaces among their molecules. So because of the weak intermolecular forces, one molecule cannot stop the other molecule from free motion, and so we can transport gases in pipes from one place into the other, just like we are transporting the natural gas into towns and villages, etc. The seventh property, density. We know that density is equal to mass per unit volume. If we have two different substances having same mass, then we will have to look at the volume. The substance having greater volume will have low density by keeping mass constant. So gases have low density. Greater the volume because of greater volume, and number two, large vacant spaces. The density of gases is affected by temperature, because what temperature do, we have discussed it in the last topics, that if we increase the temperature, then the molecule of gases goes away from one another, and hence the volume increases. And if we cool a liquid, molecules come closer to one another, hence volume decreases. The change in volume will affect the density. By decreasing the temperature, volume decreases, and hence density increases. By increasing the temperature, the volume increases, and hence density decreases. But one thing should be kept in mind, that mass will remain constant. Suppose we have oxygen gas, we have 32 gram of oxygen, then its density is 0.0142 gram per centimeter cube at 0 degree centigrade. If the temperature is decreased to minus 103 degree centigrade, temperature has dropped, then the density of oxygen gas having same mass is 1.149 gram per centimeter cube. Now what happens? When the temperature of oxygen decreases, their molecule come closer to one another, and hence the volume of oxygen decreases. The decrease in volume will increase the density. If we decrease the temperature further, then of course the density further increases. So increasing the temperature will increase the volume, and hence the density of the gas decreases, while decreasing the temperature decrease the volume, and hence the density of gas increases. So these are the seven properties of gases which make it different from liquid and solid. In the next lecture, we will have to discuss the laws of gases: Boyle's law, Charles' law, Avogadro's law, Graham law, etc. So up till now, thank you and have a nice day.